wanted to create local accessibility to this very legendary flight program.
From the untold stories of aviation pioneers to the innovative programs shaping tomorrow's pilots, this is the Future in Flight podcast. From a hangar somewhere near the flight line, I'm Sean Starker. Today, we're taking you on a journey through aviation education's evolution as we explore how Purdue Global is revolutionizing pilot training across America. We'll hear how this historic program, the oldest collegiate aviation school in the country, is breaking new ground by making flight education more accessible than ever before. Then, we'll unravel the fascinating history of an often overlooked aviation essential, the windsock. From ancient Roman battlefields to modern airport runways, discover how this simple device became crucial to flight safety. And finally, don't miss our special Black History Month feature with guest host Natalia Mackley as she shares the remarkable story of Bessie Coleman, America's first black female pilot.
Your attention in the whole terminal, please. This will service your second boarding announcement for collegiate like QR103, which will service for
Sometimes, dreams take flight on the most unexpected runways. In the heart of Indiana, a state with deep aviation roots, where that history whispers through university halls, an aviation story is being rewritten, not with grand gestures, but with quiet, deliberate innovation. Purdue Global Director of Educational Partnerships, Andrew Rockmell, tells us more.
Purdue University is the oldest collegiate aviation program in the United States. Purdue is a nonprofit public university, just like Purdue Global is, so we're both nonprofit public universities. So with a rich history, having been the oldest collegiate aviation program in the United States, Amelia Earhart was on our faculty in 1935.
Wow.
Just to give you a sense of that, 27 astronauts came from Purdue University, including Neil Armstrong.
4 forward, drift into the right a little. Down a half. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
It's not just a list of achievements. It's a lineage of dreamers who looked up and saw possibility where others saw only sky. 4 years ago, Purdue Global did something radical. They took this legendary aviation program and made it more accessible, not just to those who could physically attend its Lafayette, Indiana campus, but to aspiring pilots across the nation.
About 4 or 5 years ago, we brought that rigorous aviation program online to Purdue Global, and we go around the country and we find really good flight schools that train above the minimums, train with safety in mind at all times. And we started with one, and we have 95 flight schools around the country.
Imagine a program where your classroom is the sky, where learning doesn't wait for semesters but moves at the speed of your ambition.
This is an accelerated pathway to get you through the program with all your FAA certificate and ratings in a year, give or take. They're going to be taking 2 academic courses a term. A term is 10 weeks, while they're simultaneously doing their flight training. We encourage them to fly at least 3 to 5 times a week.
The mathematics of dreams are complex. Time, money, opportunity. Purdue Global provides a solution to that equation.
If you're flying with these flight school partners I have set up throughout the country, you're saving 20% off tuition. That's saving them thousands and thousands of dollars, and we're giving the student 45 transfer credits by earning private instrument commercial multi-engine CFI.
There are 2 degree paths available for young aviators, a Bachelor of Science in Professional Flight or an Aviation Management. Both lead to the horizon.
We wanted to create local accessibility to this very legendary flight program, right? Not everybody can come to Indiana where Purdue is located, so we're creating local accessibility. Live at home, save money, train locally, do the online courses, graduate in less than 3 years.
And when we asked Andrew about his dream aircraft, it was a moment of pure pilot nostalgia.
Going back 30, 40 years ago when I used to fly, I love really piloting an aircraft with traditional stick and rudder skills. Take me back to a Cessna 402, twin engine with a short field landing in the Bahamas. Now I'm happy.
For those ready to get started on developing their own pilot nostalgia and skills, the path is clear.
It's purdueglobal.edu. It's easy to navigate once you're at that website. Again, Purdue Global, P-U-R-D-U-E, purdueglobal.edu. Best way to get there.
In the world of aviation, stories aren't just told, they're flown. What we've heard today is more than a program description. It's a blueprint for possibility. Purdue Global isn't just offering an education, they're providing a launch pad for dreams. Aviation has always been about pushing boundaries, about looking at limits and deciding they're just suggestions. And today, Purdue Global is doing exactly that, rewriting the flight plan for an entire generation of pilots. Coming up in our next segment, we're exploring an aviation essential that's both omnipresent and mysterious, the windsock. From ancient battlefields to modern runways, these simple fabric tubes tell a complex story of human ingenuity, safety, and the invisible forces that guide our flight. Take off with AviNation, America's leading youth aviation magazine. At AviNation, we're here to attract, educate, and empower the next generation of aviators. From standout aviation students and groundbreaking programs to inspiring events, we're giving you a front row seat to the future of flight. Think you have what it takes to be a rising star? Our Rising Star program pairs passionate aviation students with industry sponsors who help celebrate your achievements. And don't miss the AviNation American Dream Tour coming to a campus near you soon. Dream big, fly high. Join the movement at avinationusa.com. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a landscape where the invisible becomes visible, where the movement of air transforms from an unseen force into a dancing, vibrant indicator of nature's breath. Welcome back to the Future in Flight podcast. I'm Sean Starker, and today we're unraveling the fascinating story of a device so simple, yet so crucial, that it quite literally keeps aircraft and the people inside them safe, the windsock. Let's begin our journey in the ancient world. The year is 105 AD. The Roman Empire stretches across continents, and military strategy is everything. Imagine a battlefield where communication could mean the difference between victory and defeat. Enter the proto-windsock. Not yet the precise instrument we know today, but a fabric banner that told soldiers which way the wind was blowing. But the story doesn't start or end with Rome. Travel east to Japan, where windsocks or koinobori took on a completely different meaning. During the annual Boys' Day celebration, families would fly carp-shaped flags, each representing a family member. These weren't just decorations. They were hopes and dreams made visible, symbols of courage, strength, and the desire for young men to grow resilient, like the fish swimming upstream. Fast forward to the 19th century. Maritime navigation is becoming increasingly sophisticated. Sailors need to understand wind patterns to navigate safely. And those canvas wind sails on ships? They're the direct ancestors of our modern windsocks. Conical, adaptable, telling a story of wind and movement. But it's the dawn of aviation that truly transforms these fabric tubes into critical safety instruments. Picture early aviators. No GPS, no sophisticated weather radar. Just skill, courage, and a desperate need to understand the winds that could make or break a flight. The windsock becomes their silent partner. So, how exactly do these remarkable devices work? It's physics poetry in motion. The wider end of the windsock always points into the wind, like a fabric compass. Its angle tells a precise story of wind speed. Completely limp means calm conditions, while stretched horizontal screams intense winds ahead. For pilots, this isn't just information, it's survival. Each stripe on a typical airport windsock represents about 3 knots of wind speed. Its colors, orange and white, were chosen for maximum visibility against various backgrounds. At night, some windsocks are lit internally or externally, continuing their mission of communication, even in darkness. Let's talk engineering marvel. Modern windsocks are designed to be true survivors. They can withstand temperature extremes that would destroy most materials, from a glacial negative 67 degrees Fahrenheit to a scorching 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Made from high-tech materials like polyester and nylon, they're not just fabric, they're precision instruments. And for the tech enthusiasts out there, some airports are now integrating windsocks with automated systems. Imagine a windsock that doesn't just show wind direction, but streams real-time data directly to control towers and pilot dashboards. But windsocks aren't airport exclusive. They guide crop dusters in sweeping agricultural landscapes. They monitor conditions in industrial sites. They decorate festivals. They're versatile storytellers of atmospheric movement. Aviation authorities like the FAA and ICAO have strict standards. A windsock must orient at 3 knots and fully extend at 15 knots. It must be visible from 300 meters altitude and accurate within 5 degrees. These aren't just guidelines, they're lifelines. So the next time you see a windsock, pause, look beyond the fabric. See a communication device that has evolved from military banners and cultural symbols to a sophisticated safety tool. See human ingenuity's beautiful response to understanding and respecting the invisible force of wind. From the daring pioneers who first took to the skies to the modern marvels of aerospace innovation, the history of aviation is written in the contrails of those who dared to dream. Today's episode of Trailblazers of the Skies is presented by Creative Relay Media, where storytelling meets strategy. As a full-service digital marketing agency crafting content that connects and converts, Creative Relay Media says, "We'll take it from here." And speaking of handoffs, I'm thrilled to welcome in a special friend who's helping us out for this segment, Natalia Mackley, the dynamic voice behind the Wonder Women of Aviation podcast. Natalia brings her passion and expertise to help us celebrate the remarkable story of Bessie Coleman, who shattered both racial and gender barriers in 1921 by becoming the first African-American woman to earn an international pilot's license. Her determination to fly would forever change the landscape of aviation and inspire generations to come.
Hey, future aviators. I'm Natalia Mackley from the Wonder Women of Aviation podcast, and I'm thrilled to be your guest host for today's Trailblazers of the Skies segment. As we celebrate Black History Month, I want to share the incredible story of a woman who literally soared above the limitations others tried to put on her. Bessie Coleman, America's first Black woman pilot. Picture this, Texas, 1892. A little girl named Bessie Coleman is walking 4 miles to her one-room schoolhouse, dreaming big dreams. She's one of 13 children born to sharecroppers. But even then, something set her apart. A brilliant mind for mathematics and an unshakable determination. Fast forward to Chicago in the 1910s. Bessie is working as a manicurist, but her head is in the clouds, literally. Her brother, who just returned from World War I, teased her that French women were doing something American women couldn't: fly planes. But here's where it gets tough, future pilots. When Bessie tried to enroll in American flight schools, every single one turned her down. Why? Because she was Black and because she was a woman. But that didn't stop Bessie Coleman. No way. Instead of giving up, Bessie did something extraordinary. She learned French. Yes, an entire language. She saved her money and sailed across the ocean to France. In 1921, she became the first African-American woman to earn an international pilot's license. And get this, she did it 2 years before Amelia Earhart earned her license. Back in America, Bessie became known as Queen Bess and Brave Bessie. She was a barnstormer, a stunt pilot who performed incredible aerial tricks. But here's what made her truly special. She refused to perform at any air show where the audience was segregated. That's right, Bessie used her fame to fight for equality. Bessie had a dream beyond performing. She wanted to open a flight school for Black pilots. She traveled around the country visiting schools and churches, inspiring young Black Americans to reach for the skies. She would tell them, "The air is the only place free from prejudices." Tragically, Bessie's life was cut short on April 30th, 1926, during a rehearsal flight in Jacksonville, Florida. Her plane malfunctioned and she died in the crash. She was only 34 years old, but her story didn't end there. Today, Bessie Coleman's legacy soars higher than ever. Her great-niece, Gigi Coleman, travels the country performing a one-woman show about her aunt's incredible life. Bessie's face has appeared on a U.S. postage stamp, and she's even been honored with her own Barbie doll. But you know what the most amazing part of Bessie's legacy is? It's the generations of pilots she inspired. Every time a young Black girl or boy looks up at the sky and thinks, "I want to fly," they're carrying forward Bessie Coleman's dream. So next time you see a plane overhead, remember brave Bessie, the woman who wouldn't take no for an answer, who crossed an ocean to chase her dreams and proved that the sky's the limit only if you let it be. Interested in learning more? Check out the interview I did with Gigi Coleman on my show, The Wonder Women of Aviation. Available for download wherever you get your podcasts. For the Future in Flight podcast, I'm Natalia Mackley. Keep soaring and learning, future aviators.
And there you have it. From innovative flight education to pioneering aviators, we've explored some remarkable stories in aviation today. I want to thank our guests, Andrew Rockmell from Purdue Global and Natalia Mackley of the Wonder Women of Aviation, for sharing their insights and passion for aviation with us. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I invite you to become a regular part of our aviation community. Subscribe to the Future in Flight podcast wherever you get your podcasts. It's the best way to ensure you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, please leave us a review. Your feedback helps other aviation enthusiasts find our show and helps us keep bringing you the stories that matter in aviation. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon and your dreams in the clouds. We'll see you out there and up there. Thanks for listening.